Hello, this is Robin Harford from foragingcourses.com, and what you see in front of you is a plant called three-cornered leek, or Allium Triquetrum. Now, this is one of the early spring greens that comes out, and I'm in a city and it's prolific everywhere, considered an invader. It's called three-cornered leek because basically the leaves have a ridge down the middle of them, and if we look at this one here, hopefully you can see that. It looks like and is reminiscent and resembles the keel of a ship. Three-cornered because, as you can see on my finger, there's three corners to it. Now, you might be forgiven for thinking at first glance that this is simply a grass of some kind, but as soon as you crush the leaves, or any part of this plant, and put it to your nose, its garlicky smell is revealed, and therefore you know you have the right plant. It could be mistaken for a bluebell. When it's in flower, it has a white flower that looks like a white bluebell flower. But the difference is, bluebell is poisonous. Just crush the leaf if you don't know whether you've got the right plant, and that garlicky smell will confirm it. Now, all allium species are edible, with some obviously being more flavoured than others. Now, some consider this to be the closest species that we have in the wild to garlic chives, or Allium tuberosum. It's also known as which is also known as Chinese leaves. So, as you can imagine, it goes very well with Southeast Asian and Chinese fusion recipes. Now, it's found throughout England and Wales and Ireland, and is rare in Scotland, but it was first cultivated in England in 1759, and in Cornwall you could be fined for allowing it to grow due to it being highly invasive, obviously. So, rather than complain bitterly about immigrant plants, the solution, as with most invaders, is to simply eat them. The flavour is extraordinary, and you no longer will you need to pay extortionate amounts of money for those tiny little baby leeks that you see sitting winking at you in the supermarkets. In fact, on the continent it is often referred to as a wild leek. However, the true wild leek, Allium ampeloprasum, is extremely rare in Britain. The young delicate leaves of three-cornered leek have traditionally been cut up and used in salads, and you can use it in soups. Now, Faccioli, an ethnobotanist authority, wrote a wonderful book, states that it can be fried, boiled and served with cream sauce and used in leek soup, and also it used to be canned for winter use. Now, down in southern Italy, in the Calabria region, they are traditionally boiled in water and vinegar and then preserved in olive oil. And on the island of Corsica, it's used along with common bright eyes, bladder-campion, borage, sheep sorrel, along with a few other wild edible plants, and put into a wild soup. So if you do not want any garlic odour, then all you need to do is simply remove some of the outer leaves, and these ones here are very young, they're not fully grown yet, and keep the stem, and it makes for a very tasty, delicate vegetable. Now, a friend of mine, Paul Wedgwood, who runs Wedgwood the restaurant in Edinburgh, who I've worked with over the last few years, he includes them in a gorgeous garlic mustard vichyssoise. Garlic mustard being other common name is Jack by the Hedge, and you can find that recipe on eatweeds.co.uk.